Hello everyone. We'll be starting in a moment. I'm making sure everything's good. And I'm kind of fumbling up with the setting up the stream for some reason. Right. Connection's good. Titles are correct now. It's showing up, so I think we're fine. So, hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of the Outer Worlds. Last time we had finally finished on Monarch. And then we left, started completing some side quests and stuff like that. And we're now getting back to it. Hopefully we'll be able to get more done. And we've also started the DLC purely by accident. I actually forgot that I was supposed to talk to Ada about that to start the DLC. So I've started that, but I haven't continued that. I don't know if I will do that today or next time. But for now, we are going to go back to what we were doing and going from there. So let's switch over to the game and begin, shall we? I will also say that I did do what I said last time, which was changing some of the INI files to get rid of the chromatic aberration properly. Because even though I've turned it off in the game, it seems as though it's still on. So I just went, forget it. I'll just go in and just edit it. I did add a few more things, but I didn't change too much. I can't remember what it was because I did it last week. So we'll find out together. But let's get it started. So play. Continue. A unique perks and unique special attacks. Build a team that fits your playstyle. But I want to take everyone. Did it do it? By Jove, I think it did. Alright, but let me make sure we're showing up. Showing up on there. Showing up on there. Audio's been picked up. Yeah, we're fine. So let's dive right in. Let me check my quests. We got star-crossed troopers. We need to go to Scylla. We got this, so we have to go to Scylla. This one's Byzantium. We can't go there yet. This one is for Scylla. This one is for a beacon, remember correctly? We need to get a station to overtake it. This one's DLC. This one is to go speak to Phineas. I think we can do this first. Felix is apparently leveled up and I didn't do anything about that. Antagonistic Fury. Deals increased damage to anyone who has a negative reputation with you, which is higher than their positive reputation. Oh, well, yeah, sure. I hate the people you hate. When Bavati kills an enemy, you regain some time dilation. Sure, why not? That sounds nice. It's not that she ever kills an enemy, but... Planned intervention. If an enemy hits you, dropping you to low health, Max will taunt nearby enemies to focus their attacks on him instead. Huh. This only works if Max is already fighting, still conscious and able to be attacked. Will taunt enemies within a 20-meter radius when you drop below 25%. Okay. And then Sam. Sam's ability always stuns auto mechanicals. Stuns the target, leaving them unable to act. Well, yeah, definitely want that then. So, can you actually upgrade this guy? Because he has slots, but I don't have anything to put in those slots. So, because it specifically says Sam's equipment is permanently attached to his frame and cannot be removed, does that then mean that later on I can get things that I have to physically attach that will be attached permanently? Or is he just always gonna, I don't know, stuck? It's just, I don't know. But judging from what I can see, it looks like the chromatic aberration at the corner of my vision is gone, which is great because I hated that. Even though I had turned the setting off, it was still doing it. So I'm glad that's gone. Did I turn that off? Well, regardless, it's off now. Now I can enjoy myself.
My vacuum tubes require evacuating.
What are you doing here?
Dust accumulation enough.
Oh well, never mind. So, we're gonna go to this station, which is here. Hearst 1084. Satellite in the Aros part of Halcyon system. Heliospheric Research Station 1084 is technically owned by the board, but has long been since abandoned. Oops. What's it look like? Kind of looks like the relay station.
HRS-1084, Captain. It's emitting a very weak docking signal. I almost mislabeled it as normal etheric static.
Cool. Alright, let's get in there. Override terminal.
We'll be here, Captain. Or will we?
Yes, you will. Alright, we're gonna stick with Felix and Ellie for the moment. I could take Pavati. We'll stick with who we have.
Uh-huh.
Thanks for agreeing with me, Ada. Oh, I guess this is just a... Oh.
We gotta get the power up and running. I'm shivering in my boots here.
UDL. I don't see any enemies, but you never know. Restricted access. Restricted access to whom? There's a bunch of robots here for no reason. Did I just see something, or was that... I thought I saw something move across the screen for a second. It was like a dusty shadow thing. Shipping label. 1 case of UDL concussive mines to HRS 1084. Signed by Chief Security Ida Kimball. Contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all destinated mines regardless of cause. Tampering with, disabling or destroying mines is a fireable offense. Mines are not a company authorized decoration, pet or sporting equipment. Mines are not suitable for ingestion. Mines are not eligible for any recycling promotion. Do not purposely stand, sit or recline on mines. Mines are not your friend. UDL claims no liability for any action taken or not taken by mines. What the... UDL recognizes that you could have chosen any remote explosive provider. Your commitment guarantees product quality and safety for many shipments to come. Thank you and have a pleasant detonation. Quality and safety not guaranteed. Right. What's weird reflection? Ooh, hello?
I can take a hint.
Why are you screaming that in my ear? Hello? I mean, that's not really going to take any of my stuff, so might as well. Break that down, and then take everything else. Error. Unable to access memory cartridge. Terminal power below 5%. Terminal in maintenance mode. Restore power supply to station to resume normal terminal operations. Makes sense. Power's not on, so you won't be able to use the computers. Although, to be honest, they wouldn't even turn on. Or whatever. Oh, at least you found a different way to go. What is up here? Dead person. Hi, dead person. Destroy terminal. So were you the last one here and then you shot all of the robots dead? Not restore power and override terminal. Seeing as we need the power to actually do anything with that. Maybe look around before we leave. Sealed.
That's a lot of mechanicals. If we power up the station, you think they got power up too?
Probably. Thanks for pointing that out. There's a person in a tube down there. Also, that's the second time I've seen someone in a tube. We've got a staircase on the right, we've got a staircase on the left. Let's go to the left way, because that has another room. It kind of looks like they just take out the cartridge and then put it straight back in. Reno. Ooh. Why is there light ammo inside in the fridge, in the kitchen? Not in the fridge. Whatever, I got him. Oh, another one. I really like putting mines everywhere. Engineering section terminal. Generator status active. Maintenance 2% output. Maintenance mode active. Minimal functions available. Modify generator mode normal. Engineering section terminal. Updating generator to normal. Disable emergency lighting. Activate facility lights. Security protocols. Air recyclers. New laboratory scent option selected. Flushing toilets. Error flushing toilets. Generator complete. Maintenance log. It's now at 100%. Status report. Critical issue. Issue 1. A toilet maintenance barracks does not flush. Replacement parts ordered. To what? 1,243 days ago. Sensors indicate alto vitae gas is leaking from storage tanks. Alto vitae gas is toxic to humans. Priority set to non-critical. Management does not utilize the alto vitae gas tank storage room. Issue 2. Sensors detect that new laboratory scent air freshener is running low. Repair toilet. Work order already exists. The existing work order was opened 991 days ago and was last accessed 991 days ago. So that was 365 days in a year, I think. So this was at least 3 years ago. That's great.
Captain,
Oh, hi.
I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
Did you actually leave? What's going on?
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station.
Of course it has.
They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
What do you want? Yeah. What do you want?
You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood.
I can't lie. Aww. Would a cut of the profits change your mind? Say 3,260 bits?
Inadequate, son. They must pay you smugglers better than I thought.
It's all commission, but the benefits are pretty good.
Really? Call me intrigued. Let's act as if we never saw each other. Try and keep it that way, Captain.
You got it, Corporate Commando.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Yeah, I have a way with
Nice.
people.
I've never been great at de-escalation.
I'm pretty good at that. Well, off we go. Let's see if the robots come to life. Oh boy, everything's bright now. Ah. Yes, of course, all the things are back on now.
Processing data.
Get out of the sky.
That's the last of him.
I'm just like imagining myself just skidding around the corner while opening fire. I really wish I could skid. You know, just stop, do a crouch, and then like skid across the floor or something. But no, they didn't think about to be cool. Ah, disappointing. Oh, yep. Oh, come on, I wasn't even close.
Watch your step.
Do I actually have anything for brain hurting? Control helmet. Main menu. Security routines. UDL 3000 is online. Disengage security checkpoint. Personal files. Mama Bear. Kimball came by asking if any of the docs have been around. Don't want to know. It's been quiet, just asked Alpha. She walked off with spring in her step. Okay, weird. Then she requisitioned a UDL Electro Floor 3000 for my checkpoint and a crate of concussion mines. Guess she didn't believe me. Is she preparing for war? She's acting like she knows something the rest of us don't. Seems especially uncomfortable around the docks. Okay. This looks like a completely different area, so I'm going to go back up and check the other computer. With the power back on, I can just open the door. Encode pack keycard. No blank UDL keycard found in coding slot. Makes sense. From redacted. Transport vessel has been dispatched to HRS 1084. I've taken the liberty of upgrading the sensitive materials containment rating of this asset, which means you are permitted to leave with company-branded consumables, but all personal effects must be left behind. Do not interfere with the tanks. I have a cleanup crew will dispose of all exhausted assets in time. Well, they obviously haven't, because they're still here. Anyone who requires ethical correction therapy what? Can speak to the Space Care approved alienist. Note of Gur3J. James is gone and he's never said goodbye. I keep telling myself that he wanted me to remember him as he was outside of the tank, or maybe he's just bad at goodbyes. When I saw what was left of him, I wanted to airlock everyone who let it happen. Who could have said something? James? We were never short on time. Nothing's keeping me here now. The bits aren't worth it. I've requested a transfer. I get the impression I'm not the only one. Chief Kimball. Kimball thinks there'll be trouble once the docks run out of the warm bodies. If James was around, I'd know he'd set her straight. Now that he's gone, maybe I could use some convincing too. She showed up next to my bunk nest last night, said that if anything happened to her, her password was her daughter's name. Hope it never comes to that. Okay. Weird. So we got a thing over there. Let's go through here. The robots have left. Messages. Your concerns. Of course morale is low. You gave those PhD tanks a new Klein scrubbing gas and no warm bodies to test it on. What do you think would happen? They can test on each other all they want, but no one lays a hand on my squad. I've installed safeguards in case anyone challenges that decree. Kimball. You asked that I reach out, and I'm doing so. Is something amiss with the team? How's their morale? Their commitment to the project? Bedtime story draft. Once upon a time, there was a princess who trained to be a soldier, while the other princesses got jobs. Blah, 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 blah. Ask skim read. A not very nice man. Security routines. Huh. 65 versus 100. Engage auto-mechanical defense protocols admin. Sure, I can try that. Auto-mechanical defense protocol initiated. Excluding user Celeste from the target list. Adding UDL personnel to the target list. Attack protocol successfully set. Oh, Oh, okay. Cool. Hopefully that didn't kill anyone that I needed to speak to in here. Well, I can't go that way, so I do have to go the other way then. Oh well. Whoa. Cool. Bedroom? Oh, I remember the other thing that I turned off now. I turned off mouse acceleration. Because I was going much faster than my mouse actually was. I hate mouse acceleration. I don't think anyone likes it, so why do they keep putting it in?
What? I think they're still alive in there.
Possibly. Hello. Subject James Guthrie. Alive. Extremely unstable condition. Status setting active. Subject will need extensive nuclear resequencing for any chance of viable extraction. I'm sorry it ended up like this, James. We will come back for you and fix this. I swear it. Please forgive us. Eva Chartrand, Lorelei Fowle. Interesting. So I guess an accident happened and they put him in this tube to keep him stable? What kind of accident? Holding tank 01. Charles McNulty. Alive, unstable condition. Subject should not be revived until a method for stabilizing his condition is found. And gratitude to all these people. Oh! Tube. Empty. Empty. Ah, there's one. Claire Pearsall. Pearsall? Active unstable condition. Subject condition is dire. Make sure resuscitation devices are on hand upon revival. Please hold on, Claire. We almost had it in time, I swear. We'll bring you back. What the hell happened here? And why did they just end up leaving instead of trying to help the people they put in this thing and they said they were going to try to? Security routines. Classified. Modify system access protocols. Byzantium. Insert supply override. Oh, let's do that later. Project summary. Biological hybridization and assimilation strategies. Further the chimeric sciences via the targeted modification of human nuclei using strands obtained from Halcyon native fauna. So they were trying to combine human and an alien DNA? Probably to better survive the environments, but we seem to be doing pretty fine on their own. If anything, the Raptidons kind of suck when we terraform places. Station morale. It has come to my attention that that a culture of distrust has soured relations between HRS 1084's research staff and security personnel. Many of you have submitted requests for early dismissal. To the research staff, the importance of your work supersedes any interpersonal conflict. To our security personnel, there will be no early dismissal. You will also notice that your employment contract has no set end date. You are forever employed to us. Screw you. We can enjoy a discussion on morale and its impact on success metrics once the question of humanity's place in the Halcyon system or colony is answered. In the meantime, get back to work. Wow. Charlie. We almost lost Charlie. It was a runaway resequencing shift. Once it started, it kept going, spreading beyond the isolated tissue to a full-blown systematic infiltration. He said it was like every organ was itchy. I told him we'd ice him, freeze him until we could work out how to reverse what had gone wrong. Every time Law walked by me, she rubbed my shoulders and asked me to take a different reading. They didn't need to be taken. It was just to keep my mind occupied. She's been checking on me every hour since. We had to put Claire on ice today. She and the others drew straws. Claire lost. The change was slower this time. At first, the resequence stayed within normal parameters, but then it spread again, just like with Charlie. Tomorrow I'll be reaching out to my handler directly. I need some answers. Wonder how Guthrie's doing. I hear sympathetic music from under his door. Outbound. This suddenly appeared. Outbound. Transmission. Air. E. Is anyone listening on this frequency? Redacted. Who is this? E. I'm on the project lead of 1084. I wanted Station 1084. You have orders to maintain wireless silence until a mission and end state is achieved. Executive override. Password antediluvian. What can I do for you, Doctor? The board told me that they would deliver my queries about transcription problems on the Cornelius Vanderbilt. Where are they with that? I'm afraid I can't provide an updated status at this time, Doctor. The assault cruiser should have arrived on Earth by now. My query was addressed to the Chimerical Research Department at George de Hevesy Institute to Budapest. One of my associates will reach out when we have an update. When? Aren't you in contact with the assault cruiser? What happened out there? 1084, misuse of this channel is a fireable offense as abusing your executive override. Save in cases of emergency. Damn it, this is an transmission ends. Okay. Executive override for use of Charter and E. Discontinue duration indefinite. You asked a question about whether you got the stuff yet. You're fired. The log is being entered by Dr. Fowl. I had prescribed Dr. Chartrand enough sedatives to knock out a primal. Yesterday morning, Dr. Guthrie and I draw straws to decide which of us would be the next test subject. He pulled the short one. No new developments. After all our sacrifices, it still feels like we're miles away from a breakthrough. Eva hasn't forgiven herself for the losses. Maybe some time away from HRS 1084 will clear her mind. The board confirmed receipt of my report and transmitted our recall notice. We're just waiting transport. I wish we could take some time away from the project to clear our heads, but we're not even close to that point. So they got removed to a different location, although there's one dead scientist up there, so maybe they just got straight up killed because they knew too much and they didn't want anyone messing with this stuff anymore. System insert sublight override cartridge. Transfer of administrative privileges successfully completed. Groundbreaker. SL Boss A51. Unlock personal quarters.
It's done. Now let's go get our money before Sublight sees what a creepy dump this place is.
Chartrand. I've seen that name before somewhere. Cascadia, right?
Huh.
What's on your mind?
There's just a view out into space here. The only window. Wow, so if someone comes into the room, they could just see you pooping. Hey, Jemad, I'm using the bathroom. Oh, this is just open. That's it? I thought there'd be something more than that in here. I thought there'd be something like, I don't know, unique weapons, a lot more money. I don't know, a new outfit. So did we just leave these guys here? Because they're still on ice. Did we just do nothing about them? I also want to check something about this Chartrand fellow. Because now that he mentioned it, I do remember something about a Chartrand. But I can't fully remember. Chartrand. Oh, okay. Well, I need to go We're done here. This is actually a very short mission. I thought there'd be a lot more to be done. But I guess we're fine. I'm coming back, Ada. But yeah, I do remember there was one on Cascadia. It was about the similar thing, really. Although this is the second time we've had to go into a secret laboratory now I think about it. Because we had to do it when we were on Monarch.
Captain, I wish to offer my commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084.
Oh, stop.
I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts. Welcome back, Captain. How can I request?
Alright. I guess back to the Groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain.
They better.
Feel free to disembark.
Yep, we go with the same people. Just go. Ooh, look at that pop in. The number 13's taking a while. Either that or it's always going to be that low res. Lilia, I'm coming. Yo, out of my way, you fools. I have important business. You're both staring at me. Stop it. Howdy.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain.
The base had scientists in suspension tags. Some might still be alive.
I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station?
UDL gunship burst the station, but I convinced them to back off.
I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already.
What do you mean I don't have enough perception? I'm listening.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
Bad news, I take it.
Maybe the worst. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
I'm guessing you have an idea.
Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain?
Sure.
Aliens.
Okay.
I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
I knew it. Aliens from other worlds been visiting Halcyon.
At least one of your crew can keep an open mind. But this isn't some Aetherwave serial, Millstone. This is reality.
I like that there's two responses. Aliens. Aliens. Aliens?
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone. Well, at least she doesn't expect us to believe it.
Damn, she's serious. Tragic, ain't it? What age does to your mental faculties?
Your crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds on.
You were immediately on it.
I assume you have questions?
Like, Felix was like, oh my god, I knew it was aliens. And then immediately the next sentence is like, oh, it's weird what things could do to your mental faculties. I'm like, dude, you were agreeing with her at first. A few.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside.
When you say aliens, what are we talking about here?
Conspiracy. One carried out with the help of human collaborators, assuming they haven't all been replaced. This is an invasion of our very cells. That damned gas is mixing our nucleon with halcyon biology to twist us, change us, make us more like those monsters on Monarch.
I haven't seen any evidence of aliens. Now, to be fair, everything that already exists in this system, such as raptidons, pterodons, all that stuff, they are classed as aliens because they are completely foreign. They are not from our planet. That's what aliens are. They're from a different planet. Everything in this system is alien. What the Yes, aliens are involved because we're literally experimenting with alien DNA to put it into human DNA. That's the only connection. There's nothing here saying that, oh yeah, actual aliens with superior intelligence and technology are coming in and taking DNA and combining it to make monsters. No, it literally says in the reports they're trying to make people more easier to survive the environments of Halcyon. Whatever. Haven't seen any evidence.
No kidding. That's how they want it. When I lined up the evidence in my spreadsheet, there was only one possible conclusion looking back at me. This is my data talking, not my anxiety or lack of sleep.
How do you know I'm not an alien spy on a mission to silence you?
Sharing my findings took a calculated risk. If you were a spy, I doubt you'd even realize it. Only your cells would know.
Ah, yes, my frozen cells. Well, that's comforting.
Probably nothing to worry about, as long as you don't start growing tentacles or slowing down time.
Yeah. It's not like I can slow down time. I really don't know what to make of this, Lilia.
If you don't believe me, go pay a visit to the puppet master who's working against her own kind. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments.
Psychopath.
She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
What? We went from scavenging to kill people now. Why does she need to die?
She's a research scientist,
yeah, she's a
and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity.
Making them juicy?
Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team.
When did Subslide get so principled?
It's cute that you'd think that about me. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage.
Uh-huh. Science 1. The labs I passed through didn't seem that evil.
Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab.
Where does Chartrand fit into your alien conspiracy theory?
We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks, how much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep.
She's just making this huge fucking leap from experimentation to aliens. Murder isn't really covered under my contractor employment agreement.
Just think of it as salvaging hope from the smoking wreckage of humanity. This is your initiation into a future with sublight. Want a steady position in our ranks? Buy one with a bullet.
What do I get for joining up?
Well, there's your usual fee. What else do you want? A promotion? It's yours. Even better. I'll owe you one.
Well, I can only really do this mission if I accept it. But should I? I don't know. I mean, maybe I would say no, but maybe I can turn this around if I accept it and then don't kill the person. I don't know. Fine, I'll take the job.
This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Well, I didn't know we were going to sign up for murder, but here we are. Jump higher, damn it. Fine, I guess I'll take the elevator.
Hope you find some good salad.
So, you're really running around with us now, huh?
Sure am. I'm a part of the crew now. Got my own bunk and everything.
You know, Felix, now that you're a real pirate, I should induct you into the Pirates' Code of Silence.
Ooh, the Code of Silence. What's that?
It means you agree not to talk for a very long time.
You leave Felix alone. He hasn't said anything. Like, he's being a nice guy. He's helping everyone. And you're just like, how about you just don't talk ever? And I'm just like, what is with everyone hating him? He hasn't even done anything yet. You leave that boy alone. Right, can I even go to... Let me see. It's not even showing up on the map. I guess the Byzantium is secret and hidden. So let's go to Scylla. So we need to go bring Felix to Harlow and do some other stuff. So boop-a-doop-a-doo. Is this the same place where we went before, where there was just literally no one there?
Destination reached. Scylla.
Yes, it is the rock. So we are going to take, not Ellie, Pavarti, and Max. Because they both have things here. So we can do that. And then we can come back, swap out for Felix, then go to the base, then go from there. Oh, right, so we need to go somewhere. Wait, it's not Pavarti. I needed Nyoka. I was a dumbass. I did the wrong thing. Back in we go. Get rid of Pavarti, bring Nyoka. Why does she have a giant fish? I don't know, but I'll just take it. Twice the speed, half the price. There we go. Right, so we need to go over there. Could I just teleport? I think I can just teleport. Hermit's Lodge. This is a completely separate zone, apparently. Oh, hey! Hello? What's up?
What have the solar winds deposited on my doorstep now? Just more
What's this
dirt
music?
and debris? Or do you actually believe you are here seeking the truth? I must admit, I tire of the truth seekers. Mayhaps you're here to rob me? That would be so much more exciting.
Ah, what? I don't know what happened there, but my mouse disappeared. We're here to get this book translated. Max?
We've been told this was once yours. I believe the knowledge within here contains the answers I seek. Answers that will free men's minds from toil.
I can translate it, but it won't do you any good. I can see you are a man in a hurry, and the insights in that book would take you years of study to fully comprehend.
I have spent my life in contemplation. I believe my mind is prepared to receive the truth.
The truth. We've come a long way to help Max get some peace. Is there anything you can do to help?
There is one way that can speed up the process. It involves a combination of several ingredients, some of which can be fatal. It is not for the faint of heart or the unprepared.
When you say ingredients, you mean drugs, right?
A crass way to put it, but yes. Chemicals that can expand or destroy the participant's consciousness.
So just like drugs. What happens if you're unprepared?
Either hallucinations followed by unconsciousness and a headache, or raving insanity, which can be fun in its own way.
Yeah. Well, he said he was just prepared, so... Didn't he?
And I believe he may be right. There is both violence and peace warring inside you, Max. This process would be extremely tenuous for one such as yourself.
I'm committed, no matter the cost.
Well, shit. We've come this far. If we die, at least we'll die hearing colors and seeing sound.
I'm committed to taking as many drugs as possible, so count me in as well. Nah, I'm just gonna help Max. I'm just gonna say I'm in.
All right. Head on into the meditation room and partake of the sacramental incense.
The
It's
sacramental?
waiting on the table when you're ready to begin.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see colors. Weird sphere thing. I wonder what would happen if I said, what do you have to steal?
Still meandering about?
I need to know more about this process before we do this.
There's not much to tell. The process forces us to face our fears, those things which keep us from the truth, but only if we're prepared to see them.
How do we know we can trust you? You could be poisoning us.
You came to me. I did not seek you out. Besides, cleaning up bodies is so time-consuming. And there's my bad back to consider.
I see. I think it's because it keeps switching to controller. Is there a way to just turn controller off? I'm not even touching the controllers. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Oh, whatever. Let's go take some drugs. This is the bathroom. Whoa. Okay, this is a lot more fancy than I thought it'd be. Jesus, she went all out. There's supposed to be a chair? How is she still alive here anyway? I thought everyone left. Oh well. Let's have some fun.
Poor Maximilian.
What?
Maximilian, why are you still doing this?
Isadora Desoto.
Against the world since before you left home. Haven't you figured out yet that the more you fight, the more pain you cause yourself?
Mother, you're dead. You can't be here. I knew this was too good to be true. These are just cheap hallucinogens that have... What's happening to my voice? Does my voice sound weird to you? And what's wrong with your face?
My face? What's wrong with your face? Where'd you get that second mouth? I want a second mouth.
Yeah, it seems as though our character's the only one that's not affected as everyone else. So I'm just like, everyone's talking about second mouths and all this stuff, and I'm just like, everyone looks the same, just slightly wobbly, and now there's a ghost lady. It's typical stuff. I didn't need to take drugs to see this thing. I do it anyway. If she's a hallucination, why am I seeing her too?
We are obviously the victims of a tasteless joke being perpetuated. Perpetrated? I mean, we're being made fools of, aren't we? When I get out of here, I'm going to show that hermit what you get for messing with me.
Maximilian, always ready to give up, to lash out, always searching for answers, but always in the wrong place, never looking inside himself.
What in the void do you expect him to find inside himself? It's just blood and squishy bits and... Oh no. If I vomit on you, I want you to know I ain't sorry.
Came all this way, we at least ought to hear her out. I mean, yeah, otherwise, let's just ignore the vision that we just had that we came here specifically to listen to.
Thank you. It relieves me to see there's at least one positive influence in my son's life after all these years. Has he told you how he thoughtlessly abandoned us?
Thoughtlessly? How could you say that? I only wanted you and Father to be proud of me. I was going to be the perfect vessel. I was going to be a better, more full of the plan. This here, it's all coming out wrong. The plan. It filled you with a joy I could never feel. I wanted it. And being a laborer made me miserable. I was better than that.
You certainly convinced yourself you were. But don't feel bad. We continually lie to ourselves, weaving stories in a vain attempt to convince us that we are in control of anything. These stories are how we try to make sense of our lives, but they are not real, are they? They're just stories. You need to drop your story and see the truth.
I could tell you all manner of stories. If I weren't I'm sticking to alcohol from now on.
I'm just thinking, what would have happened if I brought anyone else? Like, I bring in the cleaning boys, like, are you okay? Everyone seems to be having weird troubles. The pupils are dilated. You're on drugs. Reporting you to the nearest facility. God, I wish I brought Pavati now just to see what she would have been like. I don't know. I guess the first one makes the most sense out of all of us. Out of all of us? Out of all of us. Out of all of them. But I don't know. Yeah, let's go with that. Your story blinded you to the truth and landed you in prison.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Didn't your story push you to study abandoned works to unlock the secrets of the plan?
No, I just wanted to prove to my parents that damn it. You're right.
Max, you need to lay the past to rest. What happened with your father and I, it's long dead. To attain your goals, you must live the chaos. Be fine with the chaos. Whether you resist or not, it will take you wherever it wants. More assuredly than even the fictional architect's plan you slave away to prove.
No, that's not true. The basis of everything is order, not chaos. It's true, I know it is. So did you. Why are you denying it? Before you died, the plan made you happy.
No, it didn't. I made myself happy. There's nothing holding you back but you. If you can't understand that, you will never understand anything. Goodbye, Maximilian.
This whole thing, it's just a farce, right? Just my own brain working against me? You couldn't be more right.
Oh, hey.
Hello, Max.
A screenhead version of you.
Who? Why do you look like me? Are you me? Not really. I'm who you think you are. I am disciplined, controlled. I have no doubts. And I don't exist. Yet you have judged yourself against me your whole life. Why? Why do you berate yourself for not being me?
Intelligence? What? That was fast. Max, I figured it out. You need to kill this guy, now.
What are you talking about?
He's yourself. You need to get rid of him. Get it? It's almost like a bad joke.
I can do that.
Here they come.
Where? Jesus.
I see you're back with us. Feared we lost you there. Never seen anyone pass out yet stay upright before.
What happened?
I woke up. The illusions I built for myself just fell away. I'm no longer interpreting, I'm experiencing. Everything is perfect.
The way he says that, it doesn't feel right. I hope I was right on that, because it was an intelligence check, and in order to get that, you have to have a high intelligence. They wouldn't give you a response that would be bad, would they? Especially when it relies on a stat that you need to have a high stat of. Sure. I'm glad you found the answers you were looking for, Max.
In a way. Perhaps it's more accurate to say I was asking the wrong questions. I understand so much more now. I see it all. All there is to be experienced, to be lived. Of course there is pain and loss, but the suffering is caused by trying to control reality, clinging to the way you want things to be, not enjoying the way they are.
Maybe something to that. You seem happy, or at least not angry.
I am content. I've finally found what I was looking for, even though I was looking for the wrong thing.
Yeah, anything for a friend achievement. Woo! I made Max happy. Gained the tuned in perk. See Max details for more info. Perk. Planet Dimension, Grand Justice, Mad Max, Battle Hardened. There's a tuned in perk. Here we go. Increases the duration of effects when taking drugs. Yay? I guess? What? How is that useful? Whatever. I have a shotgun here. I have the euthanasia kit, I guess, even though it's not as good. Maybe I should upgrade it first. Never mind. Telescoping staff. 233. It's a two-handed weapon. Do I have something better that is just as good? 233. 262. This big stick is as soft as speakers carries. There you go.
As always, I am at your disposal.
That's good.
Anything you'd like to discuss?
During the experiences at the Hermits, you seemed, somewhat at odds with your mother.
I wouldn't say my parents disowned me, strictly speaking. But before they died, they accused me of thoughtlessly abandoning them. I couldn't understand it. I was only trying to make them proud by becoming a better vessel for the plan, to feel the joy they felt. I was so certain my potential was wasted as a laborer, and was willing to risk everything just to prove to them that they were wrong. I was lost, misguided.
I see.
That queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
What did you think about getting high? You were acting kind of weird.
So, have you found your answers?
Not so much found as finally listened.
Yes, it is quite the convoluted maze we build for ourselves.
Existence is simpler with your eyes closed. It takes courage to open them.
It looks like you learned something in there as well.
Nah, I already knew that. I was just enjoying myself.
Of course you were.
I'm sorry, but yeah. Well, we should go.
I hope your answers you have found are satisfactory. Not really. If they're satisfactory, they must be lies.
Uh-huh. Well, bye, random strange lady. Man, if drugs make you think of existential stuff and makes you smarter and better as a person, maybe we should all do drugs. Don't. Primal, so we need to go. Oh, all over the place. All right. Wait, what are you doing here? Give me your glands. Yeah! That did nothing.
Here's a little trick I learned in prison.
Oh, nice.
Target not found.
What the?
I just...
You seriously run all the way up there just to shoot this thing? Now get back up. There we go, that's one. Another one over there. Wee. Doopy doop doo. Go grab their glands. Rub it in my face. Get 'em!
Never anger a man of the cloth.
That's the second one done. Last one's on the opposite side. Evade! Or run right into one. That works too. Ah, something did fall off then. I still can't believe they just left this thing here instead of taking it with them. It's an expensive piece of technology that's actually really useful and they just leave it on here? Oopsie daisy. Ah, you missed because I went down on elevation. Look at his face. Alright, I got all the things.
What's up?
Here are your glands.
Outstanding.
Please take
These ought to
them.
be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center.
Of course we
We'll
do.
set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
What's Charon?
Hayes' idea. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, Nyoka. Charon. He said it was some old myth. Something about death and all the things we killed. Rest of us just thought it sounded cool, so here we are.
Ah, yes, the cool excuse. Remind me, what's this base again?
It's an old cave system we tried to turn into an encampment. You'll see when we get there.
Okie dokie. It's about time. We're going to kill a Mantiqueen.
Fucking right we are.
Let's do it. Alright. Let's teleport into Reliable because we're done here. Then we're gonna do not that one, this one, Hollow. Ah, just so. Right, take out Vigor Max, take Felix. I'm gonna keep Nyoka in because we're gonna have to leave with her anyway, and I'd rather just have her ready for when we do her quest. I just noticed the one at the bottom right seems to have hair. Oh, look at this little hole. Little tiny hole. Oops. Vending machine. Selling all my stuff.
There's a proper encampment.
There does seem to be a hole on the side, and there's a person. Hi there, Volker.
Hey, you. Looking for something?
For someone.
Where do you think you're going?
Felix Minstone's with me. Clyde Harlow's expecting us.
Yeah. The captain said we might be getting a new recruit. That you, then?
Sounds like Clyde's jumping to conclusions, but yeah, I'm Felix.
You're on a first-name basis with Captain Harlow, huh? All right, go on through.
Cool. Because they didn't need to intimidate him.
Got my sights on you.
That's nice.
Nothing to do but stand around.
Got a ship. Little fella. There's a giant hole in the side of this building. You sure it's safe? There's another airship. Oh, here we go. Well, this place is garbage. I'm so glad I can actually see into the things now, so I can actually tell if something's going to be worth opening or not. Oh, another vending machine. Bunch of robots. Bathroom. Logs. Acquisition logs. Cats meow. Haul. Contraband pharmaceuticals. Summary. Brought down salvaged cargo. Ransom crew. Getaway sticks. Subversion literature. Brought down salvaged crew. Crew joined up. Freighter, werewolf, engine parts, brought down salvage cargo, crew jettisoned in escape pod. As usual, able to intercept these ships despite how cleverly they mask their heat signatures. Our patron pulled through again with that tracking data. Don't know how they get their hands on it, but we're in no position to refuse charity. Crew, I'm beginning to wonder about our patron. When we opened up our scanners and sniffed the system for our latest wildcat, we picked up a signal from a corporate freighter nearby. It was hauling 10 times more cargo than our target. No sooner did we scan it than a message came through, ordering us to go after the Wildcat instead. Something doesn't add up. Until I get answers, stay skeptical. Harlow. Open last entry. Pirate code. Rule number 1. Harlow's is the boss. Rule number 2. Fuck the board. Rule number 3. Why are you still reading, pig? Wake up. If you're seeing this, the board already owns you. You went looking for rules? Why? Because life's a game to you? Maybe you like being played. You guzzle down the sense of security like a purple berry flavored opium. Fuck rules and fuck terminals. It's got revolution with using weapons they raised against us time and time again. From the front lines of the riots to the corporate sit-ins and document pirate codes has exceeded carrot limit. Yes, of course he has. Just because you need rules doesn't mean that you're corporate. It just means that you want to have structure so that you don't end up, you know, destroying things or making mistakes.
Been ages since we had a good haul. No freighters, no jobs.
Oh, hi. Doggy. Can I pet the dog? No? Okay.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see or a you've aged, old man?
Well, this is awkward.
So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
He kicks things what need kicking, and we look the other way when he starts talking anti-corporate. It's a good arrangement.
Hear that, Clyde? I've been making something out of myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
Well, tell me why you're here.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy, that one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
You want to put him through a test.
Everyone in my crew proves their loyalty. No exceptions. Not even Felix. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely.
What did he do to deserve death?
Ratted us out to the board. He's been an informant. Has been for years. When he realized I was onto him, he and his little cadre mutinied. Killed 5 of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife might. Rosanna. Lives on the Groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
What do you think, Felix?
Clyde offered me a hand when nobody else would. I'd say I owe him a good turn.
There you have it, Captain. A favor for an old friend.
There's more to this than you're letting on.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
How well do you know Felix?
Well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you never back down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I had to deal with?
There's something I'd like to ask you.
Let's hear it.
You said you were working on something big?
A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
I see like 8 people here in a rundown shack on a distant rock with no atmosphere. You're very well prepared. He's literally here. There's literally what I just said. But I'll go with this one first. It sounds like you got some plan to overthrow the board.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. When that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
What makes you think you're free?
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay.
I'm really tempted to choose this, but at the same time, I don't want to piss him off. Fuck it.
Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of any masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
That is not a revolution. That's just waiting to do your own thing. Whatever.
Something on your mind?
Something else I'd like to ask. Felix tells me you disappeared one day.
I was working on this plan for years, saving every bit I could, drawing plans, biding my time. I never intended to spend my life laboring on the Groundbreaker. When the opportunity presented itself, I did what I had to do. I left.
You might have said something.
I had some ugly business in Scylla. If I told you, I would have implicated you.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
Hephaestus controlled mining operations all over Scylla. Most of these operations failed. The company pulled out and abandoned their facilities. Mostly abandoned anyway. This one was running on a skeleton crew. My associates and I seized control in a matter of minutes.
Did you kill everyone here? It sounded like a lot of the people that were here were just sort of doing their job. Well...
Clyde's got a crew of his own, huh? Good for him. Did you want to ask me something?
Something feels strange. You sure you can trust this guy?
I know. Clyde comes off rougher than Mantisaur hide. He's a good guy, though. Just gotta get to know him.
Wow, all three of these. But this one, he's a mess. He's a gas bag. He had to keep himself from shooting him in the face. I think you're being too forgiving of the guy who abandoned you without a word.
Yeah, I'm still not over that. You'd think a grown man would know how to let go of his past. But I guess I'm just not there yet.
You were a kid and he was like an older brother. That's not something you just get over.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Walking out on a kid when you're pretty much the only friend he's got? That's pretty damn low. Maybe we should go have a word with Trask. Get to the bottom of all this.
Yeah, it's not like he's right there. So we were just talking. He's just like literally standing right next to him, talking about him.
Something on your...
Wait, your name's not Trask. I forgot. Well, bye. Nice outfit, though. So we gotta go speak to this Trask guy. I'm already lost. The exit's this way. He wants to guess that they put some sort of tracking device on us or something. Right, so first things first. We're gonna do the Nyoka thing. Get rid of that. Because that is over here. Warning, dangerous landing pad. Let's go for... I don't know. Cascadia?
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
That's good. What are you two doing down here?
I could probably...
Oops. Meant to leave the conversation, not do that.
Hey, Cap.
Dangerous. War of the World fizzles. Monarch Stellar Industries blaster dies with a whimper. Always cleared. Or airways cleared. So Cascadia is the one that was partially destroyed, if I remember correctly.
You know, Nyoka, between you and me, we know all there is to know about Monarch.
What makes you say that?
Well, you got your life experience as a hunter, and I've memorized every episode of Terror on Monarch.
Oh, Terror on Monarch's a riot. It's all made up, though. You know that, right?
Yeah, right. Next, you're gonna tell me Halsey and Helen weren't based on a real person.
I won't tell you that, no. You seem happier in your ignorance.
What do you mean ignorance? Right. Wow, it's actually not that far from here. I might as well just walk it. There's no point fast traveling when it's not a place that links directly there. I can't open the front door. I have to go the long way around. Ugh. So far.
Hey, I remember Cascadia from that one episode of Terror on Monarch. Crawling with monsters it was.
I forgot that I can't go through the front door. I have to go through the secret lab, so I might as well just teleport then. Slices, dices, cauterizers, plasma cutter. Damn it. A hole in the walls over here, if I remember correctly. Here we go. Granted, I can go in the big one, but I wanna crouch. Work out those legs. I see you over there, monsters. Man, this game just looks so much better without that freaking chromatic aberration on. Everything is exploding.
Everyone all right?
I'm good. Thanks for asking, Felix. Here we go. Oh, okay. I guess I won't walk under there. Hello, random dead people.
Whew. Here we go. I haven't set foot in here since... Well... I'm ready. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Here we go.
Karen. Password accepted. Let's try not and die, yeah? That would kind of suck. Bunch of... Shovel. Pretty. Like, I'm picking up all this ammo when I don't really need it. Opal's Charon. That's one. Vintage Mark III helmet. I don't think I have that, so I'll take it. Grenade launcher too. Sure, why not?
Damn. Some nimble fingers, Captain.
Thank you. Ready for this? Charge! Reload faster! He just drop kicked the thing. Oh, we'll do that in a minute. Let me grab the stuff first. Now all we gotta do is inspect the Mantisaur feeding grounds. What's this little area down here for? Hole in the air, sky, ceiling. Words are too difficult for me, apparently. Oh, let's put that gland here.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur.
I'm with you there. I hate that smell.
Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. Not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building.
You built all this base?
We hauled in steel. Hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
A teenager? Out here in the Monarch Wilderness?
Believe me, I had my complaints. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
You were a family. I'm sorry they gone, Nyoka.
Me too, Captain. But I'm starting to think that maybe I found another. Now let's get to shooting before I get all sentimental.
Yeah, let's kill this Mana Queen. Of course they're down there. I figured they would be because it's a big open area. That's a lot of stuff. Drop kick him. Yeah! Burn him! Gotcha! Well, that went well, didn't it? Oh boy, I get to choose things again. There we go, now that's at 40. Scramble duration. Terrify auto effect, plus 100%. I do want to get my engineering up. I also want to get slope trigger up so I can help things better. I'd also like to get dialogue up because I use that quite a lot. Ah, so many choices. How many things do I have left? I have 8, so let's put that up to 5. And then do that there, I guess. And perks. Further increases the damage dealt by science weapons. Stack with weird science. Sure, why not? Just see what happens with that. Now, how much do the science weapons do? 47, 73, 103, 76, and 62. Not great.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you.
You're welcome, Nyoka.
You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
Of course, although I think you should hold on to the medallions.
What? Why? Them's painful memories, Captain.
They'll help you remind you of both the good and the bad, not just the bad.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks.
Why'd it get black? Oh, okay. Oh. We set up camp, I guess.
You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a permanent arrangement. Part of my contract? That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
Sounds good to me.
Outstanding.
That was it. I wanted to talk to you properly.
What's up?
Never mind, nothing new. I'm gonna sleep for 6 hours, and he said 8 hours because it usually is 8. Whoa. Well, we're done here. Let's leave. Time to bounce. I'm bouncing. Right. Now we need to go to the groundbreaker for Felix. We go. Doing a bunch of side things today, I guess. Most of the stream has just been doing all this side story.
The groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain.
They better.
Feel free to disembark.
Good. Right, so we're going to take off Nyoka. And we're actually going to bring Sam. I haven't brought Sam yet, so let's do that. Have him come around and see what he says, if anything. Kind of stuck just to have a robot around that he barely says anything.
Scanning for C2.
Back to work. Cuss, because the Tom is not properly highlighted. While I'm here. Long guns, stagger, execute. Execute sounds more useful. Grenade launcher. So I could give him grenade launcher 2, because he just has a normal one. So if I give him the second one, what does that look like different? Because he's exactly the same. .402, 525. They're all plasma. I'm going to go with that. .21 inspiration. .26. 18 medium. Right, what can we give this guy? Ranged weapon spread minus 25%, ranged weapon sway 80%. Counterweights longer barrels to reduce recoil and allows easier aiming with a reduced sway. Critical damage. Well, we don't really need a... How's that even going to look? We just give him the sure and straight. This is just puts different lights on it. Act 2 power makes it plasma. Yeah. This one makes magazine size much bigger. This makes it so then it has shock damage. And this one gives it corrosion. We don't have much or many things that have corrosion, so sure, why not? problem is that I can't really put anything on here because it would just remove what's already on there. Coat of arms. Reduces companion ability cooldown by 10%. What's it mean by all these other stuff, though? Carrying capacity plus 20, armor degradation minus 15, intellectable higher light plus 5, walk speed plus 10%, sprint speed does 10%, volume of footsteps minus 25, footstep radius sounds by 25. Let's go for the sprint. I don't know if that's a good thing on the side though, because it says new utility mod cooling, armor by damage type. So I guess it reduces the armor because of the utility, but that doesn't make sense. Right now we have the tech kit on. You have to tell me why. Repair all equipped. Repair. Okay. Yeah, why is it saying or reducing stuff? Right now, factory stock plating. Store some TTT meter when you deal a critical hit. This mod stuns and damages many attackers. The effect has a cooldown. Plasma damage. Physical damage. Sure, why not? Things keep going up and running and trying to hit him. Any weapons, defensive skills, dialogue, leadership skills, stealth, ranged, tech. Let's go with the ranged. As for you, I guess refresh ability. There you go. Let's see if we can push this as high as we can. Oh, enough. Never mind. I guess I won't. Firing noise. Critical damage. Ooh, gives it a gold tip. Sure, why not? Exit plasma. Magazine side plus 15. Or 50. Sure. 6 times zoom. Increases accuracy. Extends the weapon's maximum range. Let's go with weapon spread reduction. There we go. Not a bad looking gun. Alright, let's get on. He's in the bar. Howdy, Rosanna.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled. You mind trying to have a moment here?
Are you Rosanna Trask?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trask. I'm told he lived around here.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I know if you know where Trask is, you want to tell me, or... I'm on the level. You can ask Julien about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
I repaired the Groundbreaker's radiators for her.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale.
That was quick.
Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know.
Got a few more questions.
Please, just make it quick.
You and Trask split up?
That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago.
Expired?
He's technically an outlaw. I wouldn't renew even if I wanted to.
You... What? As far as I'm aware, I'm not married, so I wouldn't know. I haven't gone through the process, but once you sign a marriage certificate, that's it. You don't have a contract, you're just married until you get a divorce. What? How much do you know about Harlow?
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution, something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day.
Sounds familiar, Felix.
So Clyde sent Trask the same message he sent me. What's the problem?
Word of advice, kid? Anybody carrying on about a revolution just wants to sell you something. I don't know Harlow. Never so much as bandied a word with the fellow. You're better off having this discussion with Rufus.
Alright. Harlow tells me Trask betrayed him. Do you know anything about that?
Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order.
He didn't tell you anything about Harlow?
No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess. Little late for that, says I.
Well, that's because I'm here now. Alright, well, that's all I wanted to know. I'll leave you be.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day is all.
Let me buy you a drink. Wait, there's no option for that. Let me not buy you a drink. I'll see you later. Well. What did he do to betray him? Okay, I guess I won't jump over that. I'll go around it. God, some of the things in this is just kind of weird. It looks like I can jump a decent height, and yet when I get to these things, it's like there's an invisible wall on all of them. You will not go this way. We will not allow you. Go in. You can only play in the assigned areas. You cannot go outside this zone.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Yay. Oh, wow. What? What are you both doing down here? You having a party?
I think I'll initiate an...
No, you will not. The only source of protein a busy worker needs. The Saltuna cannery. And he said cattery. Cattery is different. That's where you get cats, not fish. I'm trying to get as much done before I get too late into the day. Press the right button. Thank you. Oh god, it's all the way up there. Will the depravity never cease? Monarch Stellar Industries reveals their true colors. MSI joins blah blah blah. Alright, off we go. Adventure awaits. I can see the lava from all the way over there. Just ignore me, I'm just running right by. I said ignore me, but then I guess you won't then. Yes. Chemicals.
Good news, customer. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized.
Ah. Oh, hi. These things can't survive even just a few shots.
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
Well, that's great. This little hole. You don't have any legs. Light assault rifle. 180. It has a bigger magazine size, which is why I'm looking at it. It's like, why have I not used this? Maybe I just haven't found an upgraded version, because that's an old one. I think all the stuff on this planet is probably going to be like the beginning level kind of gear. So nothing too useful. God, this place is a dump. North Gulch discovered. Howdy.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me.
Well, that's right. Harlow said you betrayed him.
Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying.
Well, why did you betray him?
How do I know that I can trust you?
Neither of us trust Harlow. That's a start.
You've got good instincts then. You were right not to trust Harlow. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You can't be serious. I've known the guy for years.
Yeah, that's about how I reacted when I found out. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
You're asking me to take you for your word. Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
If you've got proof, let's see it.
I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent.
Why would the board buy off Harlow?
Because he's for sale. Anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me.
What's Harlow doing for the board?
Board-sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing
He's doing
anybody the board
privateering.
wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse.
All right.
Take it you've made up your mind.
I'm not going to kill you, Trask, but I'm going to ask for your ring.
You gonna tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care. Well, kind of figured that was going to be the case. How did you all fit in this tiny little ship? Looks like it's big enough for like maybe 2 people. Maybe 3. At least 1 though. And yet there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. There's no way 5 people could fit in that ship. Alright, I guess we just leave. Let me talk to Felix first.
Clyde Harlow, agent of the board. Yeah, that sounds even more insane out loud than it did in my head. I'm not sure what to think right now. You told me to be suspicious, but I never imagined Clyde would stoop to informing for the establishment. Then again, Trask knew he was a dead man. Could have been trying to shift the blame.
Trask said he had evidence.
I can't imagine Clyde working for the board. But we owe it to ourselves to find out. Trask said he stashed the evidence in a vent back at the base. We should go take a look.
Will do. You'd think he would have kept that kind of thing on his persons, though, but maybe that's just me. Man, we're sorting out these problems left and right. Back to Scylla. Hollow's base. Yeah, that is the right one, right? Looks like they're both for the thing. An event back in Hollow's base. Yeah, they're both on Hollow's base, so I don't know why they're both highlighting the same place when there's only one area you can go to. Continue. Uh-oh. Ow! Stash receipts. These receipts detail payments made to Sea Hollow on behalf of the board for freelancing services. Included are the names of several freighters targeted by Hollow crew, their manifests, and the sum value of all cargoes delivered to board authorities. Well, looks like he was telling the truth.
We need to have a word with Clyde.
Yes, we do. What do you think about this evidence?
Looks like Trask was telling the truth. It's all there. Receipts for services rendered, payments, records, ship manifests. Clyde was a pirate for hire, and the board was paying him off. In typical board fashion, they left a trail of receipts behind. Ain't that just ironic?
I don't like being lied to.
Yeah, you and me both. Clyde owes us some answers. Something about this don't add up. And I mean to find out why.
Yeah. Well, Clyde, you got some splaining to do.
What's the word?
You're a traitor! Trask had a lot to say about you, Hollow.
Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life.
He told me you were working for the board.
That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand?
You've been bought off. I've got the receipts.
Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant for the board. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
Come on, Harlow. Why would Trask rat you out to your own employers?
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial.
He wasn't.
I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Caution!
All right. Weren't even willing to talk about it. It's just immediately, no, you need to die.
Sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
Well, this is my stuff now.
This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You never really know what's going on inside somebody's skull.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in.
I don't blame you.
I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
I can understand why you're upset. You feel like he betrayed you.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
Jesus. It'll pass. Give it time.
I hope so. I don't see this one passing anytime soon. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. But, you know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Well. Like, we could have gotten answers if he wasn't, like, completely defensive about the whole thing. We were literally willing to talk to the guy. We're like, hey, we found some evidence to talk about this. We want to know if this is true or not. Oh, what do you mean it's true? Oh, you're turned against me. And it's like, look me in the eyes and tell me you didn't do this, and I'll believe you. That's literally all he said. It's like, why are you talking to me like I'm a common criminal? It's like, no, he wasn't. He was literally saying, tell me you didn't do it, and I'll believe that you didn't do it. That's not talking to a criminal. Talking to him is like, you did this, didn't you? I know you did. You're scum. That's like talking to a criminal, not talking to someone that you freaking know. Freaking, it's stupid. Stupid. Does make me think. I want to check what would have happened if I had somehow managed to do it a different way. Here we go. Okay. I guess there's no real conclusion outside of what we just got to this, judging by what's saying here. All right, well. Felix gained the self-govern perk. Okay, what is that? Felix. Perks. Self-governed. Increases the damage you dealt when fighting corporate enemies. Okay. Well, this is for Byzantium. This is for Byzantium. I think really the only things we got left is the actual story missions and the DLC mission. We could probably go speak to Phineas because that's probably going to be the easiest. We've been to his place. He's literally just there. So we can do that and then we'll probably stop for today after that. So let's go do that. Last thing for today.
Invasive contaminants detected.
Yeah. Just explode all this goop everywhere.
What was that?
Looks like we're doing this thing, huh? In the dirt.
Don't mess with the best.
Octogoggles. Skill bonus sneak. That's great. Just a +5 to sneak. Oh boy. So useful. I guess these aren't attacking ones. That's right. Disintegrate! Into the abyss, you monster! And to go. Right, to Phineas's lab. Meow. We went right through that, son.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
Congratulations, Ada. I wonder if I should go around talking to people. Let's try.
Hey, Cap.
Oh, nothing new there. Let's go upstairs. Ah, there you are.
What did I tell you? Harlow's down with the man shtick was just an act. No
Didn't
one
say
who
anything.
yammers that much means half of it.
It's hard to know who you can trust.
Take a page out of my rule book. Don't trust anyone. Then it's easy.
Or trust everyone, and then when they break that trust, you don't trust them again. Well, you know, give them a second chance. I don't know. It's better than just not trusting anyone, because then that'd be kind of a lonely existence. Just because Harlow's turned out to be a crook doesn't mean everyone's like that.
Don't get all mushy on me now. Come on, what did we just learn? People look out for their own interests. It's a fundamental law of nature, same as gravity and conservation of motion.
You can't live your life thinking the worst of everyone.
Sure I can. In fact, I bet you I live a lot longer.
I didn't even know we were going to have this discussion, but sure. Maybe you're right, but I'd rather try for something better, or ever consider that you're looking out for others can be in your best interests. Oh. Second one.
I'm warning you, that reverse psychology stuff doesn't work on me.
Even you never really go alone, you usually throw your lot in the crew. It's gonna get lonely only ever looking out for yourself.
There are worse things than a little solitude.
Anyway, you really want to tell me you're helping the scientist because you think he'll save the colony?
Yes.
And here I thought I'd seen it all. This galaxy must be bigger than I'd thought. Enough about Harlow, though. Anything else?
Battery levels are...
Good to see you, boss.
Nothing. Where is everyone else? Like, I checked the rooms, they're not in there. Hold on a minute. Where'd you come from? Otherwise, presumably ripped on head. Okay. Photograph of Nyoka's crew. Oh yeah, there's a picture. It's kind of scratchy. Oh god, look at all this stuff everywhere. She needs to clean up. Where'd this come from? Bullet-riddled leather jacket. It's distressed. I think that was there before. Oh, you are in a chair.
I find myself marveling at the complex...
No, nothing. I thought you were actually going to be doing something else. Pocket watch. Whee! Nyoka is down here.
Someone from Monarch recently delivered a lifetime supply of Forstwurst. It would appear you've made friends.
Yay! Right. So let's take, not Felix. Take Ellie. Ellie and Pavarti. Why not? Negotiate with Sprats for territory. Install Sister Pig something catchment. Tough power energy field. Alright, we're back here again. Phineas. I'm here to... Is that supposed to be sparking? Wasn't before. Phineas, wah! Ow!
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I weren't behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed. According to Hiram's message, Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide.
That sounds
Almost
dangerous.
as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply. Typical elitist, hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news. You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Ooh! What's so important about these chemicals?
If I had time and several blackboards, I could explain the details to you, but to put it briefly, dimethyl sulfoxide is the reason you're alive today. The chemical is absolutely essential to reviving the Hope's colonists.
Got it.
I need you to steal as much as you possibly can. The more, the better. If you don't bring me enough chemicals, I might not be able to save the Hope's colonists, and then nothing will stop the board from destroying this colony.
What was that about Minister Clark?
Aloysius Clark, Minister of Earth. Virtually every colony requires the presence of a Minister of Earth. Clark is complicit in every one of the board's crimes. Whenever the board issues some new decree, you'll find Clark's signature on the dotted line.
Of course I will. Alright, well, just tell me what to do.
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about
Ooh,
to
Byzantium Freightport landing pad.
Byzantium trading bullets with the board's agents. We'll have to resort to subterfuge. Carmen Imagawa. She's my contact in Byzantium. Meet her at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require.
Okie dokie.
I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City.
Would they be expecting that kind of thing,
You're
no?
looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take as much as you can find.
Anything I should know about Carmen at San Diego? I mean, Imagawa?
You can trust her if that's what you're asking. Imagawa is the finest special agent in Byzantium that money can buy. My money, anyway.
All right, there's something else I wanted to talk about.
Of course, of course. What's on?
I guess that was the only thing I get to ask. Oh, I leveled up again. All right. Another 5 here. There we go. Now it's 70. 126. Not bad. Not bad. And then I guess the rest in... I don't know, actually. Again, I want to keep getting my dialogue up, but it's not doing persuade. Great. There you go. Why am I facing that way? Whee! Back to the ship. I feel like we're getting close to the ending already, which doesn't make much sense, but sure.
Now, hold on. What happens if we hit the wall?
Most likely,
What's going on here?
Ricochet, which could be bad or hilarious. There's a tiny chance of a hull puncture, which would suck us into space one chunk at a time. Bad and hilarious.
Ugh. Just imagining that makes me sick.
That's why we don't miss. So, we're just gonna march straight into Byzantium and acquire some rare chemicals right under the board's nose?
That's the plan.
I sure hope you negotiated for a raise with this Phineas guy.
Why'd you say that?
Ever notice how this job gets bigger and more dangerous every time he calls in? He's asking a lot, Captain. Makes me wonder what your angle is.
Well, if he's trying to do good for the colony and I want to help.
I knew a doctor like him once. He had a patient complaining of ankle pain, so he amputated the man's foot. Wasn't even the right one. Point is, good intentions don't count for shit. And nothing's more dangerous than a crusader with a cause. Besides, none of this is your mess, so why go dirtying your hands with it?
It's the right thing to do?
Hate to say it, but the right thing rarely pays well.
Oh no.
The board's put a bounty on his head, and they've got more than enough bits to pay it. I've got no love for the corporations, but they know how to take care of their people. The ones at the top, anyway.
I'm not going to become a corporate lackey.
Don't think of it as being a lackey. Think of it as doing a job and getting paid really, really well. I know you want to save the day, but don't forget to look after yourself. No one else out here's going to.
Oh, Ellie, I didn't know you cared.
Hey, don't get any ideas. I'm just making sure you last long enough to pay me at the end of this. Anything else?
No. I was wondering what you're doing here on the ship.
Cap.
In the cargo hold anyway. What's with the Raptidon in your room? I didn't know I could actually ask this.
Oh, that's just Frida. She's the first rapt I ever killed. I had her preserved.
Preserved? How?
Took it to a dock in Stellar Bay. He said something about cold storage this and preservative that. And at the end of the day, the head didn't stink anymore. 20 years later, it still doesn't. That, or I've become accustomed to it.
You've had that head for 20 years?
Oh, sure. Once in a while, I've got to bury her and come back later. She's a big girl. Tough to lug around. But she's been with me a while, so...
Mind if I talk to it once in a while?
Her. And of course, she's a great conversationalist. Never argues, never judges.
Cool.
Something busted, Captain?
Nah, just wondering why these guys are shooting a doll in the cargo bay. Or mannequin, not a doll, but you get the point.
I understand we have decided to continue supporting the outlaw scientist, Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yep, that's just us.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I... May luck be with you. Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it.
Yes, it's not as though there's something like the luck of the draw or just chance, which is sort of luck. I don't know why I'm saving it. I just saved, but yeah. All right, so I think that is a good place to stop for today. We've done a lot of stuff. We've done a lot of side missions, a lot of quests, finished off some companion stuff, and then started doing the next part of the main quest. We might actually start doing the DLC before doing that. I am unsure how long this game is. It feels like it's going very fast now, but I guess we'll find out. But for now, we'll stop here. Tomorrow we'll be back with more Spider-Man, and then we'll be back with this on Friday. So until then, thank you all for watching. I managed to make it today. Hope you all enjoyed. As normal, like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. And if you're not supporting me, there's links to Patreon or tips in the description or below the video if you're watching from Twitch. So until then, or until the next stream, y'all have a nice night. And I'll see you next time.